Hey guys, as you can tell, it is me again. See, I'm waiting for my little pop-up to come up. Well, it didn't come up today, so okay. Today is, of course, Sunday, January 29th. Makes it day 29 for Project Daily Bread. Guys, I know I say this, but now I'm on half the minute. I gotta make this quick and get off here. You can probably tell by me talking and everything. I'm just wore out. I've been actually sitting here in the chair here. It's 1:30 in the morning right now, and I guess at night most people would call it, but I guess technically it's in the morning, so it's in the AM. So anyway, uh, I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half getting ready to do this video, and I was just so tired, guys, sitting here in this chair, you know, turn my webcam on and everything, and that I fell asleep sitting here in this chair, just sitting here, and just now woke up. So that shows you how tired I am, guys. I'm just tired. You know, the last what, 2 or 3 nights, you know, I've worked every evening out in the garage, you know, trying to get Mom's car ready, and then, you know, today was church, so I was up to almost 4 o'clock a.m. last night. Just, you know, by the time I got my sermon ready and everything else done, it was like 3:30, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock when I got in bed, and you know, then I had to get up at between 9:30 and 10 this morning and go to church. So and Sundays always wear me out anyway, you know, so I'm tired. And then got home, you know, and we cook, you know, and eat eat some lunch, and turn the heat on out here and let it be getting warm. And about 4 o'clock, 4:30, probably closer to 4:30, I started painting on the trunk. So and you know, that probably took me, I don't know, we was about 7 o'clock probably getting it painted or something. So I guess it took a little longer than normal because well, the garage was about 60. Well, the garage temperature was actually almost 70 degrees, right at 70. But and I'm just tickled that it stayed that warm, because as cold as it was today, the high today was only about 40. So but we was keeping the garage almost 70 degrees. But the car temperature, well, it was staying 65, somewhere through there, the actual temperature of the car. So I guess that's not too bad. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is it took me so longer to paint it because I was giving it a few minutes. Every coat, I had to give it a few minutes extra flash time and everything, you know, because all their flash times are at 77 degrees. So we weren't hardly there, so I gave it a few extra minutes. So anyway, guys, got that done, like I said, but I'm wore out. I am wore out. So I'm going to try to make this quick, which I know I've wasted almost 4 minutes already jibber jabbering. But I just want to say real quick, guys, that the trunk's done. I'll try to get you a vid maybe tomorrow of it, or whenever I can get it unmasked and get it outside. I know you're probably wondering how it turned out. Am I happy with it? I don't know. I mean, it's one of those deals, guys. It's got more dirt in it than I wanted. I mean, you know, I expected painting it in a house garage, you know, and not a, you know, a professional body shop, not doing it in a paint booth. I expected dirt in it, you know. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Especially the same place where you body work the car, you're gonna have dust in it. I didn't expect as much as I got. So, and the bad thing is, it's not all in the clear. If it was all in the clear, you know, I wouldn't worry about that much. I'd say, well, I'll wet sand it and buff it out. And, you know, there's some in the clear, but I don't know what happened, guys. I had another little problem. Now, I'll go ahead and say, guys, I'm happy with it. I mean, it looks good. I think it'll be, you know, it'll be fine for what I'm doing. So I am happy with it. I want to let everybody know that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm bad disappointed, because I'm not. But I had a couple little things go wrong that like I said, I wish wouldn't have, and that's one of them is the dirt. It's got a little more dirt in it than I wanted. And like I said, I guess the reason it's got that dirt in it, when I put my sealer on it, and I don't know what caused this. As a matter of fact, I guess Darren, brother, next time you call me, I don't know, maybe we can talk about this. The sealer, when I put the sealer, it's kind of funny, I was worrying about the clear. I was worrying about all this other stuff, because that's typically where you boo-boo. The base went on fine. The ground coat went on fine. The clear went on good. I mean, it wasn't dry. It didn't run. At least I don't think it run. Last time I looked at it, it wasn't running anywhere. Clear is as smooth as glass. The sealer went on a little orange peeling. I don't, and I don't know why. Not bad. Now I'm still, I'm not talking about you look at it. But it looks good. Like I said, looking at the trunk, it looks good. The color looks good. The color matched good from what I can tell. Like I said, the clear is as slick as glass. So I'm satisfied. I'm tickled. But like I said, you get like in a certain places in certain light, you can look through like if you shine a light on it, you can look through it, and it looks just a little orange peely, and you can tell it's not in the clear. It's all the way through it. Because of the sealer orange peeled just a little bit. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll talk to Darren before I do the top. Try to figure out why it done that. I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to do that. I put it on like I've watched him do it. I watched his video before I done it. I put, which is like the book says to do it. I put 2 coats on it. Pretty good. Pretty good coats. I mixed it right. I know I mixed it right. I shot it through a 1.4 tip gun. I shot it through my cheaper gun. Now that's the only thing, unless that cheaper gun just didn't atomize it good. But I had the pressure up just a little bit over what it recommend, over what I turned the pressure up just a little. But but even with that, just a couple pounds. So I don't know. Like I said, it's not bad. That's what I'm just trying to tell you guys. It's not horrible, but it tried to be just a little bit orange peely. And I know that sealer's supposed to lay out smooth as glass. So, and it wasn't smooth as glass. So, but like I said, guys, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. And I probably should have stopped. But the book don't say anything like about sanding the sealer. Once you get it down, you're supposed to just go straight to paint. So, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to start sanding on it, and I didn't want to mess it up and and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, it'll. Maybe it's supposed to do that. But like I said, it wasn't bad. I'll show you guys a video tomorrow. I'll try to. And like I said, you won't even be able to tell it. And I'd say unless you're looking for it, you won't be able to tell it. So like I said, overall, I'm tickled. But that had me threw off just a little. So when I put my first couple coats of base down, I put my ground coat down. After the sealer dried, I think I did tack rack it after the sealer dried. But then maybe like after the first coat of base, between the first and second coat, or second and third coat, somewhere through there, guys, I didn't tack rag it. And I didn't notice it it was one of them deals. I didn't notice it till it was too late, till I had another coat over top of it that it got some dirt in it. So, but like I said, guys, to be painted in a garage, to be painted out here next to the house, I think it looks fine. I think it exceeded my expectations. Well, I'm not going to say that. I guess maybe that was part of my problem. I was expecting perfection. And out of a first-time painter, guys, this is the first time I've ever painted a panel on a car. A whole complete panel, with base clear. I've done old slop jobs, with just acrylic enamel and stuff like that. But, to be doing a sealed base clear, actual like you're supposed to system, first time ever done it. So considering all that, considering it was painted in the same spot where the body work was done, with no paint booth or nothing like that, I think it turned out good, and I think I think you guys will be tickled and satisfied when I show you the video. So, like I said, just a couple little problems are that you're gonna have. That uh, wasn't the problems I expected. I was expecting to have problems with the clear. I was expecting, to either have it dry or run it off the car. First time I've ever really painted clear. Good clear, good, car clear, not just old cheap lacquer clear or something. And I didn't. I think I laid the clear on good. It was just like I said, that sealer had a little. I don't know why that sealer orange peel. A matter of fact, Milo or Darren, either one. I think it'd be a good video for you guys to do sometime. Explain, if you guys know, I'm sure that you do, paint it like we do, what causes orange peel, period, in any kind of or whatever. That the orange peel is something you see all the time. Is that too much paint? Is that
not atomized good? Is it too little paint? What typically causes orange peel? I mean, I just think that you don't necessarily have to do it for me or tell me, which I would like to know, but I just think that'd be a neat subject for you guys to talk about sometimes, because you see it a lot. But anyway, guys, like I said, and I know this video's already turned out to be longer than I wanted to be. I wanted to have this thing done in 11 or 12 minutes, but I just wanted to tell you guys that. I want to tell you guys thank you for Darren and Milo and everybody. I didn't get any water in the paint. That's something else I was kind of worried about, is as wet as my airlines and things have been, but that dryer really, really, really done the job. So I thank the Lord for that. Like I said, just those two little things. Got a little bit more dirt in it than I was expecting and I wanted, and the sealer just a little bit orange peely. But other than that, it looks good. Like I said, the metallic, from what I can tell, I've not backed it outside. When I back it outside, it may look like a zebra stripe. But, just under the lights in here, the metallic look like it's good and even. Everything looks even. The clear's, like I said, slick. So, I'm going to, wait a day or two, and then I guess, if I think that there's any of the dirt that's in the clear, if it's going to be worth wet sanding and buffing, I guess I'll wet sand it and buff it. I'm assuming 2 coats of clear is enough to wet sand it and buff it on. It should be, I guess. So, Darren, brother, if 2 coats of clear is not enough to wet sand it and buff it on, you let me know. Email me or something, or call me, and tell me not to do it. I don't want to get down to color, but I did put, pretty good, like I said, pretty good thick coats on, because I didn't want dry clear. I'd rather, just from seeing cars and seeing people paint cars, I'd rather see a car with a clear running off of it in drips as have dry spots in the clear. So, like I said, I got it pretty slick and pretty, like I said, the clear is good. May have a little dirt in it and stuff, but it's slick. It's not orange peeled. It's not dry. The clear looks good. So, like I said, but if I don't have enough clear on there, if you think 2 coats is not enough to sand it and buff it, which I'm assuming it probably is, but if you think it's not, then you call me or something and stop me. The reason I keep saying call me, brother, number one, I like talking to you, and I know that you've got free night calling and all that, so I don't care, for you to call me every night. I mean, I know it, what I'm saying. I know it's not feasible, but and I know people are probably getting tired of you just making these videos and making them for me and talking about me, and these guys, they're gonna. I just don't want you to lose viewers or anything. You keep making these big long boring videos. And I'm not saying they're boring. I love them. I think if you made one an hour long, I'd watch every minute of it. But some of those guys may think or something, So what I'm saying is, if it's easier for you just to call me and talk about it, then that's fine. Or if you want to make a video and mention it, that's fine either way. I just want to, whatever easier for you. So anyway, guys, having said all that, this short video, yeah. Well, I'm kind of got to wait now, so I don't mind it's mad. Let's get to the important part, guys, and that's, of course, the Word of God, Romans 12:18. Here we go. If it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. You notice that, guys? Just think about that. Now, I'm saying you need to do it, but I'm also saying, it says, if it be possible, as much life in you. To me, this is what this is saying, is you got to try to keep the peace as much as you can. But
you got to defend yourself too. I think this is, this is saying, well, right here, let's go ahead and keep reading it, and it'll tell us. Dearly beloved, verse 19, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So that's what I was talking about last night, guys. We can't repay evil for evil. We can't have vengeance upon people. We can't attack somebody because they attacked us, to get back at them. You guys will know as well. You guys know me good enough now to know. I don't go anywhere without a gun in my pocket. I've always got a gun in my pocket, or I've got a gun on my side. I believe in self-defense. I believe in defending yourself. I'm not one of these that says, "Oh, Jesus would want you to, if somebody attacks you, just lay there and let them beat you to death." You can't defend yourself. Because you're not supposed to do violence or whatever. No, it's not what it's saying. It's saying you don't repay violence for violence. You don't pay somebody back because they did something to you. If somebody comes and attacks you, you and your family, you're supposed to defend yourself. If they're doing you bodily harm, you defend yourself. And I think this is just, saying that. Vengeance, though, vengeance is getting back at somebody for something they've done to you. The Lord's saying that is for me. That's for me. I'll repay people for the evil they've done. That's not for you to do. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink, for in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. I love this verse too, guys. I told you all about back in the spring or summer. Let's go ahead and review verse 21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. If you guys will remember, back in the summer, I was telling you about that guy and that woman that we did that brake job on that truck, and they got all huffy and puffy over it. And of course, people that claiming to be, big, good, holy rolling, as I've heard all my life, Christians, and they got just the huffy and puffiest I've ever seen anybody get over $100 brake job, because we had done another brake job on the truck like 6 months earlier. Even though this brake job was on the front and the earlier one was on the back, they couldn't get over why this truck was having to have 2 brake jobs in 6 months or whatever. And the Lord just told me, said, don't argue with them, don't give them their money back, give them what they want. That they didn't ask for their money back, but you could tell that they was wanting this job for free is what they were wanting. Give them the money back, and that'll do it more than anything. We give them their check back, put it back in the truck. You guys probably remember me talking about it. We give them the money back, and the next day the guy called back, and he was apologizing to Dad, and Dad said you could tell by his voice he was almost in tears. Just it tore him up so much. He was apologizing about, acting, huffy and puffy like he had got with Dad. Him and his wife both did. He was apologizing for both of them. I mean, you know what that done, guys? Doing the right thing, that heaped hot coals upon their heads. That convicted them. The Lord convicted them over that. He told, he put in their souls, you all shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have acted like that. Over $100. I mean, and these people are, people with good jobs, newer vehicles. That $100 wasn't going to kill them. You acted like that over $100. God convicted them over that. Even though these people wasn't my enemies, it's talking about this for your enemies. People that have done things. But they had done something wrong against me by acting like this, me and my dad. So, they weren't our enemies, but they'd done something against us. But we done the right thing, guys. That's what this is talking about. That's what this is talking about. Guys, I know what did I only get to read 4 or 5 verses there. But I think they were good verses. I think we got a good message here tonight. Guys, I'm going to have to go. I'm 19 minutes into it. I'm sorry. I really am. I truly apologize for spending 15 minutes or whatever talking about the paint job. Guys, hopefully after today, I can, or at least in the next few days, I can quit talking about this painting so much and get back to spending more time on the Word of God. I'm sorry. I really am. I really apologize for doing that. But it's life lessons, guys. That's too. We're not just on here just to read Scripture. If I can teach you guys for something from a life lesson, Darren teaches me about paint. Milo teaches me about paint. But they also teach me about life. Just like I'm trying to teach you guys about life. Just like I learned from Brother John. I learned from Brother Woody. You know, usually if I know I'm doing something wrong, if I say something wrong or get out of sorts, I know it real quick, because usually Brother Woody, by the time I get up in the morning, I'll have an email from Brother Woody, saying, you stepped out of line a little there. I don't, you shouldn't have said this or whatever. Brother Woody's always been good to set me straight, and I like you guys too. Set me straight when I need it. It's like I hope to set you guys straight when you need it. Like I said, guys, we learn life lessons from each other. Just like I said about this paint. To be honest, my expectations were too high of it, I think. I mean, that's just the truth. And I'm going to have to end here within a minute or so. They were too high. I was expecting it to look like something Darren paints and Milo paints, in good, clean environments with 30 years of experience. I was expecting it to look like that, and it don't. Does it look good enough? Does it look as good as probably realistically deep in my heart I knew it was going to look? Yeah. And does it look good enough? Yeah, it looks good, guys. Like I said, the clear is good and smooth. Like I said, it's except for that little bit of orange peel down in the sealer, which that's my only thing that concerns me, is I want to know before I do the top, before I do the roof, why that sealer sprayed orange peely on me. Was it my gun? I used the cheap gun to spray the sealer, and I used the new MAC gun to spray the base and the clear, and they turned out beautiful. That's what I don't know. Was it that cheap gun? I had the fluid tip all the way out. I was putting, all kinds of fluid on it. I laid it on. I thought good. But, it may have been my fault. I don't know. Like I said, me and Darren's going to have to talk and kind of see if we can get that sorted out, what I've done wrong on that before I do the roof. But like I said, guys, still, what I'm getting at, like with this expectation on this car, we have to be realistic in life. God can help us, and God did help me with this. It's only through the grace of God that I got it done. That I found Darren and Milo and all these other guys that helped me. But, what I'm trying to say is, guys, I can't let this bother me. Even though this paint job didn't turn out hardly as good as I wanted it to, I can't let that eat me up, because you know what? That's just a car, and that's just paint. And it looks better than it did, and that suits me fine. I wanted to get paint back on this car to keep it from rusting, to keep it from getting worse, because we're probably going to keep this car for the rest of Mom and Dad's days, because, as tight as times are, we're probably never going to be able to afford a car payment again. So, I'm trying to get paint back on it to get UV protection and all that back on it. That done its job. Guys, hopefully within the next week or so, when the weather warms back up, I'm going to do the roof. Hopefully I'll figure this orange peely sealer issue out. We'll make it look good. I'll show you guys a video tomorrow. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Good night, and God bless.